Shut it down right now! Mark Zuckerberg is not fucking God! Give me some food! I own all this shit! I own all this shit! Fucking food! Give me some fucking food! Don't make me call racist cards on you! Give me some damn real food! Give me some fucking food!
He's coming out. He's cooking you, boy.
Hey, give me some fucking fries. Give me that bag of fries right there. Bitch, I'm gonna grab the head, grab me that bag of fries right there.
What's wrong with you?
That bag right there.
Okay.
Both bags. Both bags, you stupid bitch. They come in for 3 months. Stupid fucking whore. Don't ever stupid shit to whitey again, you bitch. You ain't taking all this country, white or black. Fuck y'all!
All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachach Kodash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in 1/3. And Lord's, with this lesson will be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Baha Rakah Kodash, and Tawadi Bashem Yahushai for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, Slain with Hunger. All right. Or I might even retitle it Slain by Hunger. Okay. And right here is a video of Edomite. All right. As it says, an erratic customer at a Mickey D's in White Marsh, Maryland. Okay. Which Maryland was one of the founding states, if I'm not mistaken, okay, for the expansion, all right, and, of Babylon, okay. But right here, I just want to tap in, okay, to this this mindset, all right, that you see, okay, on people. And the scriptures speak about how there's going to be a scarcity of food, all right, of bread, of water, all right, things of that nature. And, right here, you're seeing the mindset of how these people are going to carry and conduct themselves. Okay. Now we know there's a lot of other things that play into this. All right. Such as certain, I'll say it like this, certain ingredients in food. But right here is showing you that these people are going to lose it. Okay. They're going to lose it, as prophecy unfolds, all right, through chaos, as prophecy unfolds through lawlessness and lack of bread. Okay, there's going to be lack of bread. All right, let's actually put lack of bread and see what pops up. Lack of bread. All right, lack of bread. There you go. Okay. 2nd Ezra 15 and 19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So right here, all right, you've seen this man destroying an establishment, okay, for lack of bread. All right. So you see how he's acting. Let's actually put this in full screen. All right. There we go. That's better. So you see how he's acting. All right. We can actually mute it. Okay. I should be able to allow this to play. I'm going to make sure the audio is good too. Geez. All right. So you see the spirit he's coming in. Okay. So now I want you to look at this and now add in Jacob's trouble. Add in not being able to buy or sell unless you have the mark. And look at him. He said, give me those fries. Now, if I'm not mistaken, okay, you just had McDonald's. Let's duplicate this. All right, because I want to precept that. You actually had McDonald's giving away McDonald's. Let's put free fries. See? He said, give me them. Free fries Friday. All right. How to get your free fries. And hey, who knows what ingredients they're putting in them. But I don't really want to touch on that. What I want to touch on is the fact that if you're acting like this as society, okay, quote unquote, is functioning, how are you going to react in the time of great tribulation? How are people going to react when there's lack of bread and it's great tribulation? So if you're acting like this in the careless city, as you have everything going on and functioning and flowing, how are people going to react when it comes to food and eating if there's a lack of food to eat and there's great tribulation added in the midst thereof? And then it also reminds me of here is the portion of the pincher, okay? Because best believe that these food places, they're going to be hit first, okay? They're going to be hit first. Actually, let's go to it in the they're going to be tackled first, and then what's going to be next? Your average everyday home, okay? Your place of where you hide, the place where you are resting. All right. So that's what's going to be ultimately tackled next. And that's going to be what? Your neighbor. Now, a scripture came to mind, and I believe it's in Sirach. I think it's Sirach 39. Just give me a minute, but it speaks about, for this is the portion of the pincher. Okay. So what's that going to mean? Meaning the people that are going to be banding together, having food, all right, putting their putting their eggs all in one basket, all right. So this is just give me a minute. Yep, this is Sirach. Just came to mind. Just going to get a few, okay. I just want to touch on this aspect of the mindset of what people are going to be in when there's a lack of bread, because that's really one thing you got to think about too. Is how are people going to react mentally? How are you going to react rationally? Okay. And guess what? They're going to have spirits on them. Okay. This is Sirach 11 and 19. It says, let's start at 18. It says, there is that waxeth rich by his wariness. Right. I remember when there was a flood, or, it was pretty much a catastrophic event that was coming, and people were getting supplies to gather themselves, to be prepared. And in the midst of that, you had a notable Edomite couple. All right. Let's go this way. They had a notable Edomite couple. Let's put couple buys. Let me get the caps off. Excuse me. Couple buys a pallet of water. And they were in the store. And couple tried to buy a ton of bottled water, ended up getting arrested. All right. So you see that there will be a spirit on people where when there's a emergency coming, they will actually, try to cut the throats, if you will, of other people. Okay. And this is what they were doing. They were trying to buy all the water while the rest of everyone was trying to just buy a case. They wanted the whole pallet, and then the people started fighting them. What do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen while everyone is trying to just get their portion? And then you have someone else that may have a little bit more money, all right, and they want to stock up more for their home, unlike yours. You think that people are just going to stand by and let it happen? You think people are just going to stand by and let it happen? Prophecy says no. People are going to be followed home, okay? They're going to break in your house, okay? Give me food. You heard him. I mean, this guy sounded, he sounded 2 sandwiches short of a picnic, okay? And hey, listen, Esau is very beast-like. Jake too, but Esau is very beast-like, man. This guy will crouch down and eat off the street right there if he could find something, And it says, there is that waxeth rich by the wariness and pinching, okay? Penny pinchers, okay? You got to watch out for that penny pinching spirit. The end time preppers, end time prepping. Let's put end time prepper. They got TV shows on this. See, Extreme Prep Edition. So they already in their mind have this mindset. Okay, these people already have in their mind, when the deal goes down, I'm doing this. When the deal goes down, I'm living like this. But when you have neighbors that know that you living like this, this prophecy is going to come to pass. As we're seeing the mindset here, he's already showing you if he's willing to do this to an establishment, could get arrested for destroying company property. All right. There's all like type of minor charges, that you can be charged with right now. So if you're doing this on camera right now, okay, all this, right? So how much more when it goes down and these places are out of Big Macs and teas and burritos and burgers and frozen goods and boxes of chicken meat, Well, what do you think's next? This prophecy where a man will have no pity on his neighbor. Why? Because his neighbor has, give me food, right? You heard him. This is what look, Christian prepping 101. Look, end time preppers, Bible study. Well, we're having an end time Bible study course, and they're gonna what? They're gonna take all you Christians' food that wanted to stock up. Okay, this is what's coming, and it says, Sirach 11:18. There is that waxes rich by his wariness and pinching, and this is the portion of his reward. That's what it was. This is the portion of his reward. Whereas he saith, I have found rest. See, I have found rest. Okay, I'm good. I have found rest, and now will eat continually of my goods. Hey, I don't care what's happening out there. Here's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and here we have a couple Saturday night meals. This donkey this cow right here is called Thanksgiving, and this pig is called Christmas. That's how they operate. And then we have our stored canned goods, and we're gonna ration these out. See, that's how they think. I have found I can be at rest because I have everything prepared. That's their mindset right now. While you have other people in the mindset of give me food right now. So this is going to be a clash. Okay, this is going to be a clash of what mindset have you been in and what mindset are you going to be in. Okay, and the mindset that people are going to be in is going to be an irrational one because they're not going to think clearly. Okay, as he's showing you, and I'm going to go into that. And it says, and will eat continually of my goods, and yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave those things to others and die. So that's what's going to happen. Some of these people that are going to think that they're okay in their homes are going to have their homes invaded because of the lack of bread and be put to death by the sword and leave them to others and die. And who are they going to leave them to? Men like this. Crazy mindset men like this, because they're dying off of starvation and they can't even think correctly. All right. This is Lamentations 4:9. And it says, they that be slain with the sword are better. So you dying from having food is better than dying of not having food. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. See? Slain with hunger. Slain by hunger. Okay? Starvation. Slain with hunger, for these pine away stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. So they're going to pine away slowly, all right? Slowly be taken out, wanting of food. Those killed by the sword are better off than those who die of famine, racked with hunger. They waste away for lack of food from the field. See? Happier were the victims of the sword than the victims of hunger who wasted away, pierced by lack of fruits of the field. You see that? And then I had looked it up. Okay. Rome experienced a great famine. All right. It says the first famine recorded in ancient Rome, various famines in Western Europe associated with the fall of the Western Roman Empire. Remember? He had a deadly wound. This is it. All right. And it says the Roman Empire, and it's sacked by Alaric I between 480 AD. The population of the city of Rome fell by over 90%, mainly because of famine and plague, which is also proof Esau's not done away with. But right here, all right, the Eastern Roman Empire fell by what? Famine and plague. And do we not have, look, Rev 20, the bottomless pit. See, Western Roman Empire. This is the prophecy right here. This is the prophecy right here. And this is why you have Esau back today. But Esau fell away from famine and plague. And is Esau not going to fall away now through famine and plague? We go to Mark, we can go to Matthews, and we can go to Luke. Let's go to Luke 21. All right. Is there, how many scriptures are on famine? It's countless. This is a tactic that Yahweh Bashim Shah uses when he's either weakening or getting ready to overthrow an empire. So he'll weaken the empire through pestilence and famine before the overthrow. Luke 21, red letter. All right. Just a quick one. I'm not going to go too long. Things to come. Okay. Luke 21 and 10. Then Yahweh Shai said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines and pestilences, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. So right now, okay, you're seeing the earthquakes. You're seeing minor famines, but this is going to increase, and the famine's going to be controlled. Because right now, if you look at the industry of food across Babylon, it is controlled by corporate Babylon. Okay, so this famine is going to be controlled. All right, look at your food supply today. All right, I'm not going to go too deep into it. I don't want to say anything that's going to get me flagged. But just look at you, brothers and sisters. Look at where you go to get food. All right, for the most part, Jake is always about some Chinese food, some quick meals. They're not self-sustaining, okay? You're going to these major corporate places that control all of that, okay? Your water, what you name it, it's all being controlled. So at a snap of a fingers, it can be shut off. And then how are you going to get it fixed? You got to call a plumber. You got to call the landlord. You're not in control. These people are not in control for the 95% of this population here in Babylon. They are not in control of their food and water, okay? So when they want to cut things off, they can cut it off. And that's what's going to show you people pining away. And then they're going to get crazy. They're going to start losing it. Give me the food. And then look, I even look further. The mindset of a person starving to death. The beginning stages of starvation impact mental status. See that? We already are dealing with a very below mindset of people. It's very below average. Okay. Public schooling, food, water, all that has played a part in the ingredients, chemical, right? All that's played a part on the very base-like mindset of people right now. Okay. They're drunk off booze. Okay. Their face is all flushed. Their bodies are all beat up and out of shape. And then you cut them off. What's keeping them going? That is a perfect combination of ingredients to lead to a disastrous situation. And we see that effect already right here. Okay. And they're going to want what? Booze, food, burgers, women, blunts, cigarettes, all the things that have been keeping them, okay, on this up and up. So the mindset of these people, all right, is going to be a disastrous one. This is why they're going to go against their neighbors and the lack of bread. I'm sorry, John. This is what the scriptures are talking about, okay? Because, there are curses that are upon us of eating of our flesh and our loved ones. So what do you think is going to happen here when the curses are thrown upon them? And this is right now, this is a Tuesday. You know what I mean? This is a Tuesday. This is a Tuesday. And he's acting like this. This ain't even Jacob's trouble yet. You know? Give me that. He's snatching shit. Look, he's making sure he's grabbing his dipping sauce. He threw shit at her. His face is all flush. Look at him. Look at this shit. Slams the door, makes sure he's got the food, points at you. You know? Should have damn near looked like a police car. That might have been a officer. Let me go back. That might have been even a look. See the window right here? This might be a cop. This might be a damn cop, man. You know how Esau feels when he lives above the law. And that's another thing. Think about all the Edomites that feel entitled and have a position of power in Babylon, how they are going to use that position, that badge, that blessing, that gun, that privilege, that mindset. And you add that with them lacking, and you think they're going to allow excuse my language, you think they're going to allow a nigga and his family to eat before him and his family? Oh, you're tripping, man. Oh, you're going to have a lot of situations. But yeah, this looks like a police vehicle. I didn't notice it till right now. I'm not saying it is. Okay, don't say that I said it was, but it just looked like it. Let me see. See it? It looks like the cage that you put someone in. I don't know. I don't know. Who am I, right? But it actually looked like, for a second glance, a police vehicle. But I don't know. But it's just a good example to show you. Okay, it's a good example to show you how they're going to be. So let's go back to this fun fact. It says starvation impacts mental status and behaviors. These symptoms show up as irritable mood. Irritable mood. Okay, very irritable. Fatigue, trouble concentrating, preoccupation with food thoughts. Preoccupation with food thoughts. Just like how they show you in a cartoon, he imagines his hand as a burger. Okay, that's the mindset these people are going to have. Now I see brothers posting precepts. Shalom, Yabashim Ashai Barakatum. So let's check these real quick. All right, we got Luke 23 and 31. For if ye do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in a dry? Right. If you doing this while everything's okay, what you gonna do when it's desolate? Here we go, right here. The curses. Exactly. This is Ahab Amath. Hope to be of that number. Exactly. I hope to be of that number too. What a very good name and a spiritual name, because the time that we're coming into, and if you want, brother, you can also post in Isaiah, where my servant shall eat. All right, and I can get that if you can't, but these are good precepts and examples of an insight. Okay, because lately, these scriptures, man, they really have been they've been hitting a lot harder, because it's like what the scriptures, what these precepts are, it's a insight to what's coming next. So we are aware of the next scene in this movie of prophecy. Okay. Now, this was in particular curse that happened to us, but Deuteronomy 30:7 says that these curses shall fall upon our enemy. Deuteronomy 28:48, therefore shall thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he'll put a yoke of iron upon thy neck till he has destroyed thee. Right? I remember that. And then there's another one in the curses where it says we shall eat our own flesh. Okay. So what do you think that means? And since I said that, let me get this real quick. The water, brother. Now check this out in the commentary. Okay, pine away, right? When you go into the commentary, okay, if you all didn't know, a part of our curses was that we would even eat of our own. Okay, and we got besieged, we got surrounded, even ate the head of donkeys and bird crap. Okay, this is real things that happened to us in a famine. But the point is, with having these precepts, knowing that these things happen, now we have an insight to the manner, conduct, and thoughts and actions that these people are going to do when that famine falls upon them. Okay, what do you think these people are going to do when the famine falls upon them? Now, real quick, let me get this, since I mentioned the curse. Let's read this first and then I'll go into the curse. Okay. Really, we should go into the curse first. Because remember, we were warned. So the warning's going on right now. Okay. So actually, let's do that. Here's the commentary for Lamentations 4 and 9, right? They that be slain. Now let's get the curse real quick. Okay. Deuteronomy 28. Because this was actually used as like a diss against us years ago by Mr. Not Polite. Deuteronomy 28 and 55. This was used as like, like, oh, well, you did this. Well, yeah, we were in the curses. Okay. Like, how can it's funny, Jake will use other situations that Jake go through as like a diss. Like, this is what happened to us as a nation. Like, what do you want from us? This is the nasty history that a lot of our people don't want to talk about or acknowledge that we have gone through. And you also have to acknowledge this with the future prophecies of famine coming today. There's great famines coming, okay? And it's going to get to the level of extreme hunger and thirst that people are going to go to a level that you wouldn't think that they would reach. But this is what happens in times of tribulation, desperation, you know? Deuteronomy 28:55, it says, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he has nothing left. He has nothing left him in the siege and in the straitness wherein thy enemy shall distress thee in all thy gates. So being besieged, having lack of bread, has you turn to things that you normally wouldn't do. Now, I don't know the situation why he was reacting that way, but I can say spiritually, because of the mindset, the ingredients in the food, you know, the distress, the hard day, you add all those things up, and you're going to have a man lose it. Watch the movie Fallen with Michael Douglas, I believe it was. Now, let's go to this real quick. I just want to see their commentary. Let's go to 55. I go into these commentaries because sometimes they're good. You know, they don't, like Elder Apostle Har says, and many other elders, they don't always have the correct breakdown, but there is some good stuff in here. So let's go to 55. Yep, ye shall eat your fruit of your body. See? Okay, so where was that? Okay, so I could have kept going. Let me see what this one is. Just give me a minute. Okay, 16 to 68. So it's all in there. All right, so when you go down, okay, scatter you among the people. Let's keep going. Just real quick, I want to see some history. All right. Okay, I skipped it. Where is it? I just saw it. I shouldn't even did that. Just give me a minute. Okay, so right here. All right, you shall betroth the wife, another shall lie with her, defeated by your enemies. Ye shall eat the fruit of your own body. This became horribly true in the days of the latter kingdom. 2 Kings 6:24-30. So you can read that. See, and it goes into it. See. And the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. So the famine was so bad that the what is the term? Excrements, all right, the fecal matter of animals, even their dung was being sold to eat, okay? So it got really bad. See, they got besieged. Look, a donkey's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, see? So the famine got extremely bad. So if you want to look that account up, of how when this curse was told to us and where to play out, well, right here in 2 Kings, okay? Then you read it in Jeremiah, and then we also understand about the famine even now. We read about the famine in the time of the Western Roman Empire falling, and then you mix that with a pestilence. You got a very terrible situation on your hands. When you add all those things in, lack of bread, and people are sick, oh man, that's not a good. And then, oh man, there's a lot of scenarios. It says, describes a famine so severe in a besieged Israelite city that there was a fight between 2 women over eating their children. See, a terrible fulfillment of the promise. He will not give any of the flesh of his children whom he will eat. Lamentations 4:1-11 vividly describes the horror of the siege of Jerusalem. See, we just read that when we read the 4-9. Okay. So these are things that have happened to us as a people. Then you add in no day like it, toppled off with the mix of these curses shall be upon thy enemies, and then the sprinkle over all of it prophecy. Oh man, you got a very, very terrible time on your hands. But we have hope in these times because of why? Serving Yahweh Bashem El Shai. So let me get this precept real quick. This is I'll go to it, the water brother. Let's go to Isaiah 65. Okay, I'll actually go to it. So there may be something we want to pull in there. So let's go to Isaiah 65 real quick. And even though we're reading these and we see it, we're also very hopeful though. Okay, we're very hopeful in Yahweh Bashem El Shai. Isaiah 65, and we can start at 12. And it says, therefore will I number you to the sword, And this is why we also tell Jake, you know, we're warning you because we read about things that have already happened to us. And then we know that there is a day not like that has happened. So then you couple that with prophecy, and that's a very dangerous time. And we're letting the people know who this has already happened to, that this is going to happen again, but far worse than you've already experienced, even though you have no memory of that because we were born back here. So our people don't even know that they've already experienced some very hard ass times. Shit, Jake can't even get over chattel slavery. They talking about reparations. You know what you've already been through to where what's getting ready to happen again. You gotta know what's going on, man. You got a lot of our people that are getting ready to re-experience a terrible time that they've experienced before, but on a level of no day like it. And then add in heathens that got to deal with it too. Okay. You know, I'm not saying we're going back on slave ships, but hypothetically, imagine you being on a slave ship again, and then you got to deal with some prissy ass, hungry ass, bitch ass Edomites too. Oh man, Jake, there is going to be a conundrum. Okay, you mix Jake and Esau, all chemically induced, tripped out. You got a nigga right here, the black woman biting him. He's fighting to get food. You got the Spanish woman trying to quail the situation. It is not good. This is not a good scenario that's going to play on Babylon. A lot of people are going to pine away through hunger. Okay, look at them. Give me it. Give me it. They're going to be speaking without moving their teeth, but only moving their lips. Look at them. Give me that damn Mountain Dew. Then you got the Nick Jake woman. Oh my goodness, it's going to be bad out here, man. You know, Isaiah 65:12. Therefore will I number you, Israelites, to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. And also remember this. Remember when the destructions of the catastrophic events happened through natural disaster. Remember how Esau treated you. Remember how the Katrinas. Remember how the Houstons, okay? Remember how Esau was treating you, forcing you to eat pork and beans, while all the firemen, the policemen, and all them, they were getting the best meals. See? So people are going to be invading one another because there's going to be a lack of bread. Then there's also going to be a lack of privilege of those who do get the bread, okay? There's going to be a lot of things playing out. And I sure remember videos on WorldStar where there was videos going out. Let me just put pork and beans. And they were like, all they feeding us is pork and beans. And this was a couple years ago in just another city. Okay, so maybe it won't come up. But it was like a video released. But there was a video release. I can't remember. Let's put Houston flood. Let's put Houston flood. Let's see what comes up. Two guys throw hands. Look, see? Two guys throw hands in Houston flood waters, gets guns pulled on them by National Guard. See? So you're going to have people fighting one another. Look. No gave a F. Flood victims having sex. So that's the grape, man. Okay? It's going to get real nasty out here. Food, water, grabbing and touching. You people eating shoes, all right, mattresses. And then there was another video where the Jakes was like, yo, they got us all stocked away in this corner and they're eating good. We can smell the steak. So look, man, you're gonna see, you know, you're gonna see some terrible stuff going on. All right, that's all I wanted. I'm not gonna go and look further. Let's stick to the edification. You can only imagine. All right, I'll leave it like that. You can only imagine. Okay. And it says, because when I called, ye did not answer. Proverbs 1, Proverbs 8. When I spake, 2 Chronicles 36, Luke 1:70. See, all these words you read, like when you see the strong, you should have precepts, you know? There's so much to cross-reference from reading. And it says, when I spake, ye did not hear. Man, shut up, man. Y'all stupid. Y'all this. Okay, make fun. All right, make fun right now. Make fun right now, but let's see how funny you act when your ass is fighting to get to some food. You know, eating frozen pieces of chicken and steak. You don't care because your ass is gonna be all through in your mind. You're gonna be all crazy. You know, let's keep going. And this is just part of prophecy. The slight famines are, see, the famine, what it's going to do is going to cause more, it's going to cause more controversy. It's going to cause more chaos. Because remember, with the mark is buying and selling. So they're going to limit food to also make you get that mark to get food. See, it's going to be a controlled famine, man. Okay. Gil Gates, he's buying all these processed plants been burning. Look, we know there's a lot of stuff we know that we can't speak about. So the best way we can tell you is just through prophecy precepts, through precepts of prophecy. You know, look this stuff up. Isaiah 65:12, because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes. Yep. And you know how Jake's doing evil? By Esau funding him. Esau's funding Jake, got Jake pregnant and twerking, got Jake drunk and brawling. Okay. Just got you doing everything. Look, this is a prime example. World Star is the best example I always like to use. Okay. Go to the homepage. You want to know what Jake's doing while the prophets are out there? Okay. This is what Jake's doing. See? Sexy Red caught twerking, barefoot and pregnant. See? Playing basketball. Wives getting passed around. See? Okay. Niggas floating in the air. See? Just chilling. Okay. Doing a whole bunch of nothing. Okay. Whole bunch of nothing. All of them are gonna taste judgment. Okay. You're gonna taste judgment, man. And it says, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat. Okay, my servants shall eat. Okay, my servants shall eat, and we're gonna eat in the midst of a famine, in the midst of right here. Strive for the masteries, 144, 2 Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places, you saw them. All this is a sown place. McDonald's, restaurants, grocery stores, those are sown places. Okay. Suddenly shall the sown places. Oh, right now, Domino's is giving away emergency pizzas. What you mean an emergency pizza? Shouldn't that make you say, And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. You know why they're going to be found empty? Because the federal government's going to take it. All right. I hope I'm not saying nothing is going to get me. All right. Fair use, freedom of speech. Okay. So it's going to appear empty. And they have orders. Do you know that? They have executive orders that allows the military to come in and take supplies. They just had a movie with what the hell is his name? They just had a movie about it. What's his name? Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey movie. I think it's called like Free State. Let's put Free State. Yup, Free State Jones. This movie's based off a true story about how Esau had to stand up, help and Jake, and they had to help one another because the military was coming in and taking their supplies. And the woman said, if you take our supplies, we won't last the winter. And guess what they did? They took her excuse my language, they took her supplies, man. Okay? So they got executive orders to take food, okay? Take housing, take clothing, take you. So, hey, deal's going to go down because Babylon is going to preserve Babylon when the distress comes. Watch when the 10 Freeman, watch when this shit breaks down, okay? They are going to take care of self. They're going to want to sustain federal and state principalities, and governments, and magistrates. They're going to want to keep order to the system. So they're going to do things to sustain self. It says, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. What is the mindset of a person starving to death? Irritable, fatigue, trouble concentrating, preoccupation with food thoughts. See, not calling on the Lord, thinking about what they're going to be able to eat and why they can't eat. It's going to be like a damn scene from Saw. You spent your whole life bullshitting and not serving the Lord. You know, it's just going to be real, man. This is going to be real. This is coming. Okay. This is really coming. This is what's going to happen. And the scriptures talk about constantly famines, you know, the book of Jeremiah. I mean, the list goes on. The point's made. I mean, I'm not going to make this a elongated lesson, but the point's made. Look it up. Put famine in your blue letter. Matthew's 24, you know, Luke 21. Look it up. So I just want to do a real quick lesson just to show you the mindset of how people are going to be, how it's going to play out ultimately through prophecy. And this is just one aspect of it, you know. So, hey, man, live by the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, not bread alone. So, hey, call halal, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rakakodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do rule well. With that being said, shalom.